Amber Heard, I'm sorry. Blake Lively is in a hotly contested courtroom battle with the director of It Ends With Us, Justin Baldoni, alleging all kinds of horrible things against him. But she got a devastating blow in court when she was forced to remove some aspects of her lawsuit. Now, it's still going on, but this was a devastating blow nonetheless. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side. Hi everyone, my name is Jacob Berry. Welcome to the StudioJake vidcast where I talk about all things pop culture. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and if you're watching on YouTube, ring that little bell to get notifications when I post a new vidcast. If you'd like to support me and the work that I do, head on over to my new website, studiojakemedia.substack.com, where you can subscribe at different tiers that unlock all kinds of perks. Very few things in life make me feel so much joy, but one in particular is celebrity on celebrity drama. Oh my gosh, I love to watch these elitists who think that they're above us all engage in sort of these battles. However, it does take a dark twist when one of them accuses another of a crime without any evidence. We have seen this play out so many times, and that includes with Blake Lively, who was the star of It Ends With Us, which was directed by Justin Baldoni, and he also played her husband in the film. After the film's release, the two of them went on a very different publicity spree. It seemed that Justin Baldoni was trying to make this a cautionary tale about DV and how women can escape horrible circumstances that they find themselves trapped in. But Blake Lively seemed to be promoting it as some sort of weird romantic thing. She even got her husband Ryan Reynolds involved because at around the same time Deadpool and Wolverine was coming out. It seemed like they were trying to recreate the Oppenheimer Barbie phenomenon known as Barbenheimer with Deadpool and Wolverine, and It Ends With Us. So, a historical biopic and a silly movie about toys. Yeah, I can see how that would go because you've kind of got the male audience is more geared to Oppenheimer and the female audience is more geared to Barbie. But It Ends With Us is a cautionary tale about a woman who marries a man who turns out that he can harm her. And Deadpool and Wolverine is an action comedy featuring two characters from the X-Men universe. When it seemed that her behavior and some of her awkward interviews came out, she decided to get ahead of the ensuing controversy and sue Justin Baldoni for a plethora of charges. However, many people have noted that her behavior and then the receipts that he is bringing seems to cast doubt on her accusations. And now they're having their day in court, and it seems that the judge is not playing around and, in fact, insisted that she provide evidence for emotional distress that was allegedly done to her by Baldoni. And they couldn't bring up any sort of evidence. As a result, it seems that she has dropped that aspect of the case. This is according to Fox News. Blake Lively has requested to withdraw her claims of intentional infliction of emotional distress and negligent infliction of emotional distress against It Ends With Us co-star and director Justin Baldoni. Shortly after Baldoni's lawyer requested relevant medical information pertaining to Lively's claims, including therapy notes and identification of the actress's mental health providers, on Monday, the 37-year-old actress filed to dismiss her original claims. Instead of complying with the medical RFPs, Miss Lively's counsel recently advised us in writing that Miss Lively is withdrawing her infliction of emotional distress claims, Monday's filing stated. However, Miss Lively has refused the Wayfarer parties. Wayfarer is Justin Baldoni's film company, for those who don't know. Reasonable request that the withdrawal of such claims be with prejudice. She is only willing to withdraw her claims without prejudice. In other words, Miss Lively wants to simultaneously A, refuse to disclose the information and documents needed to disprove that she suffered any emotional distress and or that Wayfarer parties were the cause, and B, maintain the right to refile her infliction of emotional distress claims at an unknown time in this or some other court after the discovery window was closed. Mrs. Lively cannot have it both ways. In a statement to Fox News Digital, Lively's lawyers Ezra Hudson and Mike Gottlieb said, "Once again, this is routine part of the litigation process that is being used as a press stunt. We are doing what trial lawyers do, preparing our case for trial. by streamlining and focusing it, they are doing what they do, desperately seeking another round of tabloid coverage. The Baldoni Wayfarer strategy of filing retaliatory claims has exposed them to expansive new damages under California law, rendering certain of Miss Lively's original claims no longer necessary. The statement continued. Mrs. Lively continues to allege emotional distress as part of numerous other claims in her lawsuit, such as sexual harassment and retaliation, and massive additional compensatory damages on all her claims. Lively originally filed her lawsuit against Baldoni and It Ends With Us film producer Jamie Heath for sexual harassment, retaliation, and emotional distress. She first filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department and later filed one in federal court in December. In response, Baldoni filed a $400 million lawsuit against Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, accusing them of civil extortion and defamation. Now, please note, I am no fan of Justin Baldoni. He is a male feminist in the worst way possible. I remember before the lawsuit came out and he was releasing some of his voicemails and texts with her, there is this pathetic voicemail that he leaves her where he's calling her a super mom and, oh, she's so great and all this nonsense. It was absolutely pathetic. Man, have some dignity. This woman is causing trouble for your movie. You are the director. You are the writer. You are the producer. And you let this woman and her powerful husband, Ryan Reynolds, steamroll you? That being said, he should not be accused of these crimes if there is no evidence. It is such a shame that we still live in this sort of Me Too era where a woman, especially a powerful woman like Blake Lively, can just spout off a bunch of accusations. Here's what really happened. Blake Lively, who hadn't even read the novel that It Ends With Us is based on, wanted to turn this into some sort of romantic drama, while Justin Baldoni wanted to make it about helping women who are in harmful situations. But she couldn't see past her ego, and in fact, she recut the movie, which is shocking to me. A movie studio, I believe it was Sony Pictures, let her steamroll their director, their executives, their producers. Ryan Reynolds doesn't even work for Sony Pictures, so why would he have all this clout to be able to do this? By the way, Ryan Reynolds is sort of a beta. I mean, you can tell this by watching his interviews. The man is a total beta male. Yes, he plays tough guys in movies. That's because he's a decent actor. But come on, if you watch any sort of interview with him on The Tonight Show or the Graham Norton Show or whatever, he's just, oh yeah, he's just so like this. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Denzel Washington. I can't even confess to Denzel Washington that it was my ringtone that went off when we were filming a scene in Safe House. It's like, oh my gosh, spare me. And, he kind of hides it behind comedy, that awkward celebrity comedy that they think is funny and it actually isn't. All that aside, I personally think that Blake Lively is in the wrong here simply because Justin Baldoni is the one bringing all the receipts. Lively has nothing but accusations and the hopes that she can build steam back up with the Me Too era. But what killed the Me Too era are these women. It's people like Brie Larson and especially women like Amber Heard who tried to destroy men's lives and even men they didn't even know just because it made them feel empowered. It was narcissism to the highest level. And Blake Lively, for some reason, she's completely out of touch with reality and she thinks she can still do this. And it is silly that she thinks she can. She might have some clout in Hollywood, but you can see it eroding away. A Simple Favor 2, which should not exist in my opinion. A Simple Favor, the first one wasn't really that good anyway. It didn't do well. I mean, come on, it's streamed directly to Prime Video. You could tell that movie was meant to be a theatrical film, but it collapsed. And I just think that it is so sad that we still live in this day and age. And hopefully the judge will have some snap and he'll realize what a silly thing that Blake Lively is trying to do. It is absolutely evil how she tried to destroy Justin Baldoni's career, his livelihood, his own movie over a simple dispute and over the fact that people were seeing her as the bad guy. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I hope that she continues to be called out in court. By the way, I'm not a lawyer, so no legal advice here. These are just my own thoughts and opinions. If you like that video, be sure to give it a like, share it out to all your friends, leave me a comment and tell what you think, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, ring that little bell so you get notifications when I post a new vidcast, and consider becoming a channel member. If you want to support me in the work that I do, head on over to my website, studiojakemedia.substack.com. You can read most of my pop culture articles for free, or you can subscribe, and when you do that, you unlock certain features, including being able to pick out the topic for the website, and one where you get to pick the topic for this vidcast. So definitely head over there and check it out. If you're feeling extra spicy, another way you can support me is on that very website. There's a conveniently titled Buy My Book section where you can find links to purchase one or all four of my books, and you can get them from Barnes & Noble or Amazon. Pick them up, leave me a 5-star review. It really helps out small indie creators like myself. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake. 'Cause I've been